Your brain is not a spectator, it is the command center of your life. Your biology listens to your beliefs. If you train your nervous system to tolerate discomfort and direct your focus with precision, you become unstoppable. The future doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the self-trained. Most people live inside a mental cage built from fear, failure, and societal programming. They don't even realize the bars are made of thoughts. You tell yourself stories about what you're capable of, what you're allowed to pursue, what's realistic, what's too far-fetched, and then you live your life based on those limitations. But here's the truth. Successful people see something radically different. Where most people see problems, they see possibilities. Where others get stuck in traffic, they build another road. Their vision isn't better because they were born different. It's better because they trained their mind to interpret the world differently. Your thoughts are not just passive reflections of reality. They are active forces that shape your biology, your decisions, and your future. The way you speak to yourself is either pushing you forward or pulling you backward. Every internal sentence you repeat, "I'm not smart enough," "I always fail," "I'm not ready," acts like a command to your nervous system. It affects your confidence, your energy, and even the chemicals your brain releases. If your inner dialogue is poisoned with doubt, you will unconsciously sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. The mind, once convinced it can't, stops trying before you even begin. Successful people don't eliminate fear. They change how they relate to it. They use fear as a signal, not a stop sign. They talk to themselves like a leader talks to a team. They don't allow random emotions to steer their day. They replace weak thoughts with deliberate, empowering ones, and that's a skill you can build. Right now, you can begin to reframe every obstacle. Every rejection becomes redirection. Every failure becomes feedback. Every delay becomes a training ground for patience and power. This isn't fake positivity. It's strategic reprogramming. When you shift your frame, you gain control of your lens, and your lens shapes your life. You stop waiting for the world to give you a reason to believe, and you become the reason. Your life begins to reflect the scale of your thinking. Think poor, you act poor. Think like a builder, you build. Think like a winner, you win. And it all begins with a mental shift, a decision to no longer entertain the small, shrinking voice inside you. Instead, you rise, you override, you choose a new language, because once your mind expands, your world follows. Every massive achievement you see in the world, every business empire, every world class athlete, every breakthrough innovation, was not built in a single moment of greatness. It was built in the quiet, unseen, relentless repetition of small actions, micro-actions, the kind so small they often seem meaningless. But they are everything. They are the foundation. They are the system that makes greatness sustainable. The truth is, the brain thrives on consistency, not intensity. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they seek the quick win and underestimate the power of daily effort. They want overnight success, but success isn't an event. It's a process, a pattern of behavior executed under pressure, boredom, and distraction. Microactions are those small daily steps that feel too easy to matter, yet over time they compound into unstoppable momentum. You don't need to read a book in one day. Read 10 pages every day, and in a year, you've read 30 books. You don't need to overhaul your entire health overnight. Start with 1 glass of water in the morning, 10 minutes of movement, 1 decision that favors long-term energy over short-term comfort. It adds up. The compounding effect doesn't just apply to money. It applies to discipline, skill, confidence, and character. What makes microactions powerful is that they bypass resistance. The brain doesn't panic when you tell it to work for 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes turn into 20, and soon you're in flow. You're no longer negotiating with yourself. You're just doing. This is the hidden advantage of successful people. They don't wait for motivation, they have systems. Systems made of micro commitments that stack into macro results. And here's what most people don't realize. Those small actions you repeat every day are teaching your brain what to expect from you. Every time you follow through, even on a minor task, you're proving to yourself that you're someone who executes. That identity compounds, that belief builds. You stop being someone who tries and become someone who does, so stop waiting for the perfect time. Start small, start now, send the email, do the push-up, open the book, take the breath, one micro-action at a time. You are shaping the person you're becoming. That's not just discipline, that's power. Most people see time as a threat, something slipping away, running out, always in short supply. But high achievers, especially the wealthy, view time as their greatest ally. They don't race against the clock, they work with it. They understand that time is not something to survive, it's something to leverage. Every second can be used to build, compound, and elevate if it's directed with precision. The difference isn't in the number of hours. They get the same 24 as you do. The difference is how they engineer those hours. Time, when used correctly, has a compounding effect more powerful than money or talent. You may not have billions in the bank right now, but if you understand how to invest your time like the wealthy invest their capital, you can build something far more valuable: momentum. Every focused hour today creates easier progress tomorrow. Every skill you sharpen, every habit you install, every mindset you fortify multiplies your capacity. You don't need to rush when you're compounding intelligently. The wealthy don't chase quick results, they build systems that produce exponential outcomes over time. While most people are addicted to urgency and instant gratification, successful individuals protect their time like a rare currency. They know exactly what tasks earn them long-term rewards, and they eliminate everything else. They don't waste time scrolling endlessly, reacting to drama, or chasing validation. They put their hours into assets, skills, ideas, relationships, and systems that continue to pay dividends long after the initial effort. When you stop fearing time and start partnering with it, everything changes. You no longer panic about being behind because you understand that small, intentional actions done daily will stack up. You no longer need to sprint. You can walk with power, clarity, and direction, knowing that consistency over time will beat random bursts of effort every single time. Here's the bottom line. The same way compound interest makes the rich richer, compound action makes the disciplined unstoppable. Treat your time like it's sacred, spend it where it multiplies, guard it like your future depends on it, because it does. Time is not your enemy, it's your leverage point. Use it right and you won't just catch up, you'll dominate. We live in a world built for instant gratification. Click purchases, instant likes, fast food, quick fixes. Everything is designed to feed your impulses and keep you comfortable. But comfort doesn't build empires. Control does. The ability to delay gratification is one of the most powerful predictors of long-term success. It's not just about saying no to temptation. It's about saying yes to your future. Every time you resist the pull of instant pleasure, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. You're feeding the foundation of your future empire. Impulse control is a form of strength that most people never train. They live reactive lives, constantly responding to urges, distractions, and emotions without direction. But successful individuals, they understand a different rhythm. They know that true power comes from choosing discomfort now to enjoy freedom later. They are not seduced by the rush of immediate rewards. They're focused on outcomes that matter, outcomes that compound. Think of every decision as a fork in the road. One path gives you short-term comfort, the other gives you long-term strength. The first feels good now, but costs you later. The second feels hard now, but builds something permanent. That's the trade, and the people who win are the ones who can choose future value over present ease consistently. Science backs this up. Studies show that individuals who develop the discipline to delay gratification, like those in the famous marshmallow experiment, tend to have better health, stronger relationships, more financial success, and higher levels of fulfillment. Why? Because they can hold the line. They can say, not yet, even when their emotions scream, right now. Every time you resist the urge to scroll, to overeat, to procrastinate, to spend carelessly, you're strengthening the muscle that builds legacy. You're separating yourself from the crowd that chases quick highs and stays stuck in cycles. The empire you want, whether it's in business, fitness, mindset, or relationships, isn't built by doing what feels good. It's built by doing what works, and what works often takes time. So embrace the delay. Learn to crave the long game. Celebrate the moments where you choose discipline over impulse. That's not weakness, that's leadership. And over time, those small moments of control become a towering force. That's how you win. That's how you build power. Everyone talks about building businesses, careers, wealth, and external success. But very few talk about building the one system that makes it all possible, your internal infrastructure. Your brain, your mindset, your nervous system, this is the control center. And if it's weak, chaotic, or untrained, it doesn't matter how big your dreams are. Your system will collapse under pressure. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to the strength of your foundation. If your mind isn't trained for clarity, your success will overwhelm you. If your nervous system isn't resilient, stress will break you. And if your mindset isn't fortified, setbacks will destroy your momentum. Greatness isn't just about what you do, it's about what you can handle. Can you stay focused when everything feels like it's falling apart? Can you stay disciplined when the results are slow? Can you control your state when chaos hits your life? That is the work most people avoid. They chase hacks and shortcuts, but ignore the machine that controls every action, the self. The people who dominate in any field are the ones who train internally harder than they train externally. You must become emotionally durable, mentally agile, biologically regulated. That means managing your inputs, what you feed your brain. That means being ruthless with your focus, what you allow to capture your attention. That means training your nervous system to remain calm under pressure through breathing, meditation, exposure to discomfort. It's not about staying calm in perfect conditions. It's about being the storm's stillness. The rich, the powerful, the high-performers, they don't just build routines. They build resilience. Their mindset is coated with belief systems that serve them, ownership over blame, curiosity over fear, progress over perfection. They've built themselves to carry the weight of success, because here's the hidden truth: success doesn't just reward you, it tests you. It asks, can you handle more? And if your internal system isn't built for capacity, you'll sabotage it all. So instead of just chasing results, build the version of you that can sustain them. Make your brain sharper. Train your mindset to see possibility. Strengthen your nervous system to hold pressure. Your empire will only rise as high as the person building it. Build from the inside, and nothing outside can break you. Most people treat success like it's a rare event, a lucky break, a miracle, or something reserved for a select few. But that mindset alone is what keeps them small. If you believe winning is rare, you will subconsciously reject it when it comes. You'll downplay your achievements, sabotage your momentum, and hesitate to claim what's already within reach. The truth is, success must become normal to you, something expected, not surprising. You don't stumble into greatness. You prepare for it, embody it, and act like it's inevitable. This doesn't mean you fake confidence or pretend you've made it. It means you adopt the mindset of someone who sees winning as their standard, not their exception. You walk into rooms with the internal narrative, I belong here. You make decisions as if your future self is already watching. You stop treating your goals like distant dreams and start treating them like your next level of responsibility. When you normalize winning, you shift your internal thermostat. Just like a house has a temperature setting, so does your identity. If you see yourself as average, your behavior will always return to average, even if you get temporary wins. But if your identity is built around excellence, you'll course correct back to high performance anytime you slip. Winners don't succeed every time, they just don't let failure become their identity. This is what the most elite performers in the world have in common. Whether it's in business, sports, or creative arts, they don't see success as a surprise. They see it as the byproduct of who they've become. They train like champions long before they ever win a title. They execute with the same energy whether they're unknown or on top of the world. They're not waiting for external validation. They've already given themselves permission. When you start to think like you've already won, you stop negotiating with laziness. You stop making decisions based on emotion. You start showing up with consistency, precision, and belief. Not because you're arrogant, but because you've decided that mediocrity is no longer part of your identity. Success isn't reserved for the lucky. It's claimed by those who see it as normal and then back that belief with daily action. So raise your standard, normalize the next level, and earn it every single day. The truth is, success isn't a mystery. It's a mindset, a system, and a standard. You don't need to wait for permission, the perfect moment, or external validation. You need to think bigger than your circumstances, start smaller than your ego wants, and move with the discipline of someone who's already won. Every great life is built brick by brick through micro-actions, controlled impulses, strategic use of time, mental resilience, and a belief system that makes winning feel natural. You are not here to play small. You are not here to react. You are here to build. But the empire you want won't come from wishful thinking. It will come from internal evolution. From shifting your perspective, mastering the small steps, and repeating Hive, you behavior until it rewires your identity. The rich don't think in hours. They think in outcomes. They don't chase dopamine. They delay gratification. They don't crumble under pressure. They're built to withstand it. And now, so are you. Think big, start small. Act like the rich. This isn't just a strategy. It's the blueprint to transform your potential into power. And if you're ready to execute, your future won't just change. It will expand beyond anything you thought possible.